Hey guys, what's up? This is Rudy Bester here with BesterInvestor, and what I did was I thought I'd take a bit of time to explain how Occidental Petroleum Corporation will have to expense these warrants, or how it works when you actually have to calculate the expense related to a warrant distribution. And you'll see at the bottom of the screen there, I made a note and I said Whiskey Tango Foxtrot is Black Scholes. Have you ever heard of such a thing? I thought what I'll do is I'll just spend a few minutes explaining how the expense line item relates to something like issuing warrants using a very common methodology or algorithm which is called Black Scholes. So we're going to take a look at that just for a few minutes. This light is so bright it looks like I probably should be wearing stage makeup, but I hope I'm not scaring you. In addition to that, if you've had enough of OXY, I've now published a few videos on OXY and their warrant distribution, which is all common stockholders of record are eligible tomorrow, which is July the 7th, July the 6th, and the actual distribution is going to be on August 3rd, 2020, where OXY common stockholders will get one warrant for every 8 shares that they hold. So let me quickly take a deep dive here. If you're an accountant or if you're a financial professional, you might be familiar with this, and you might even comment and help educate me if I get something wrong, but I hope everything's good. So let's take it away. So the first thing, as usual, is to remind you that I'm not providing any investment advice to anybody. In fact, the topic of this discussion is the Black Scholes expensing calculation. So I don't know if I can even say it's for entertainment purposes, but maybe it's information. So either way, just enjoy. Bear with me for a few minutes, and then maybe starting tomorrow we'll start looking at some different stocks and some interesting things happening related to those issuers' equity. So the first thing to know is, what is a warrant? So a warrant basically gives the holder a right. So whomever holds the warrant has a right, but not an obligation, to purchase a security at a particular price. Companies often issue warrants as part of their share offerings to entice investors into buying a new security. A warrant is also an example of a derivative. So in this particular example, the price and the term for Occidental warrants that they will be issuing soon are fixed. The warrants will be issued at $22 a share, and the term is 7 years. The future value of the warrant will be derived from the difference between the grant price, $22, and the exercise or execution price in the future. So if OXY is trading at $50 and I exercise my warrants at that point in time, the derived value will be whatever it is, and that's where the term derivative comes from. So sometimes people hear about derivatives and they go like, wow, that's complicated stuff. It just means it's going to have a derived price based on some particular item related to the award or option contract. So Black Scholes, what is this thing? WTH, right? Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, so that I don't get banned on YouTube. Black Scholes is a pricing model used to determine the fair price or the theoretical value of an option. The model is based on 6 variables: volatility, type of option, the underlying stock price, the time, the strike price, risk-free rate, etc. We're going to look at that in just a minute. Where does it come from? Mr. Black passed away 2 years before Scholes and Merton were awarded the 1997 Nobel Prize for Economics for their work in finding a new method to determine the value of derivatives. In brackets, I made a note there saying it's Nobel Prizes are typically not given posthumously, but the committee acknowledged Black's role in the Black Scholes model. So that's the origin of what it is and where it comes from. But let's take a quick look at this. So I used a snapshot here from ShareWorks by Morgan Stanley. It's a company I'm familiar with because I worked for Solium Capital for quite a number of years, almost 8 years, up until about 2014. I hope they'll forgive me for taking a screenshot. It's an old screenshot anyway from the ShareWorks system, but it gives you a neat little quick view of the Black Scholes model in an automated environment. So if you are an issuer, so in other words like OXY, OXY being the issuer of the Occidental stock, or if you are a financial professional working for a public traded issuer, you would be well advised if you have stock plan awards like stock options or an employee share purchase program or something like that, to take a look at technology like ShareWorks by Morgan Stanley. What makes it easy when you're using sophisticated technology is the fact that some of the things you don't know and typically would have to look up. I put some arrows over here on the left side. View the historical expected life, view the historical volatility report, the risk-free rate. The system will just pull the stuff for you, so it saves you so much time and effort. And then you just hit the calculate button, and away you go. So it's really easy if you have a sophisticated technology system to record keep and do your stock plan administration calculations for you. So if you're not familiar with ShareWorks by Morgan Stanley, take a look. So let's look at the same information from an Occidental point of view. So what you have here is I'm going to apply the Black-Scholes methodology, even though obviously I don't work for Occidental and I'm not a financial professional responsible for expensing it. So I'm just giving you an example. What are the things we look at? So the number of warrants, approximately 113 million. I looked it up. I don't have that kind of information. The grand price we know is $22. The market price, I said, is approximately $18. Obviously, I have no idea what the market price is going to be tomorrow when they announce or when they tag the stockholders of record, or on August the 3rd when they actually distribute the warrants. The volatility I looked up, so in the little table that you can see on this side of the screen over here, it says 52-week average 41.5, so I just use that as an example. The implied volatility 30 days is what I'm using over here, and then you can easily find this information online. So it's relatively easy to get this information. So I just use the 52-week average for OXY, and then the risk-free rate. Again, I looked it up, and then OXY currently has an expected annual dividend yield of 0.22%. Obviously, after they cut the dividends very recently. Why warrants? Vicky Holland, the president and CEO of Occidental, said, and I quote, "The board recognizes the importance of its stockholders and is committed to maximizing value for all the stockholders. This distribution of warrants will allow existing stockholders to acquire stock in the future at what we believe will be an attractive price," obviously we know that's $22, "without diluting their interest in the company." And I added a little asterisk there. I said stock dilution, in case you didn't know, is a decrease in the existing shareholder ownership percentage as a result of the company issuing new equity. So in Vicky's mind, this makes sense, and from my humble point of view, I tend to agree with what she's saying. I'm going to wrap this video up right here. If you want to connect with me, I'm on LinkedIn. My name is Rudy Bester. You can follow me on Twitter, also on Parler. I'm not sure if Parler is going to achieve any traction, but anyway, I'm quite active on Twitter. Ignore the noise pollution of any garbage that I might tweet, but sometimes you might find some interesting things at Rudy Best. You can email me at rudy@memorytrees.co. Memory Trees is our family's charitable foundation, and also an affiliate of MTC Equity Partners, which is an opportunity zone fund that we created to invest in lower income communities to help uplift lower income communities. My standard note there, if you're on Facebook, delete Facebook because it doesn't serve any purpose, and I'm not sure I need to look at pictures of what you had for lunch, or maybe your new party dress that you just bought for this past weekend in celebration of Independence Day in the United States. Anyway, that's how you can get a hold of me. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you have any comments related to this video, feel free to comment. I'll respond if I can. And if I have time. If you're a financial professional and you are engaged in calculating expense items for income statements and balance sheets, and you feel I've made an error, please let me know so that I can correct it. I hope it's been informative for you, and I hope to be able to publish some more interesting videos about Occidental and other issuers in the near future. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and stay safe, enjoy, bye-bye.